Alright, we're going to talk some Indiana Jones here. Now, if I'm going to do an Indiana Jones story every week, what am I going to review? Because that's a lot of work. And you all deserve this, you know? You all deserve a lot of work put into my stuff. So, I'm glad to appease that. So initially I thought, we'll go down the novelization route. And then I'm like, well, we did all the novelizations on paper movies. There's no Dial of Destiny novelization, at least not yet. Though I think it would be out by now if they were going to do one. So let's talk about Raiders of the Lost Ark, the comic book adaptation from Marvel Comics. Now I have here the Further Adventures of Indiana Jones Omnibus Volume 1. But the Raiders of the Lost Ark comic is collected in here. And it's a 3-issue mini from Marvel Comics. And in it, it retells the story of Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's pretty much it. Things to discuss with this. I think Marvel planned for this to take off like the original Star Wars comics did with the adaptation of A New Hope. Problem is, this thing is blatantly rushed. It's like a Spark Notes version of the movie. And it's not a good thing. There's not a whole lot to talk about because of that. But the big thing is, it follows more things from Campbell Black's novelization than it does the film. Oh, sorry. A certain someone here wants to say hello. It's Jack. He's such a good boy. He a big boy. This is a 7-month-old cat. He's a behemoth. But anyway, let's talk about it. So, like, the big things, Tote, the Gestapo SS officer, like, the creepy guy from Raiders. His demise are, like, in the novelization as opposed to the film, which I'm not a big fan of. The other thing, the hanging onto the back of, well, the top of the U-boat, that's in the novelization, that wild sequence, yeah, that's in here, too. And I'm almost certain they filmed some of it. So, I think that's just stuff that was just cut from the final cut of the film. That's just in this comic adaptation. But it's just so fast. Like, for instance, Marion's death, quote unquote, when Indiana Jones thinks she blew up, do you think that'd be a cliffhanger issue? No. It resolves within a couple pages. And cliffhangs with them trapped in the Well of Souls. Yeah, it's just wild. It's like, years ago, I complained in Alan Dean Foster's novelization of Force Awakens that, like, the entire climax of Force Awakens, from Han Solo's death to, like, the end of the film was, like, 8 pages. It's like that, but for the whole comic. It's just not, it's not that good. The art's okay, it just feels rushed at times. This whole thing was slapped together and rushed. Overall, what would I give this? I give it about a 3 out of 5. It's very middle of the road. It's honestly hard to find this. Like, especially if you want this omnibus, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for these. They did 3 volumes of this omnibus, and they are a pain to get. This took me years to acquire these, and I paid quite a bit of money for them. But they're in fairly good shape. I think I'm the first person to read the Further Adventures omnibuses I have. So any wear and tear I've unfortunately put on them. So we're going to move forward into the Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, the follow-up series to this miniseries. Anyway, have a good one.